Creative Sisters, it's Kimberly of His Palette, and thank you for joining me today on my session at the Women of the Word Bible Journaling Conference put on by Bible Journaling Ministries. I hope you are ready to have a good time. We're going to make a simple Bible journaling page and learn a little bit more about Anna the prophetess. Okay, sisters, let's get started on today's lesson and tutorial. Now, the first thing I want to do is read our verses that are focused on Anna the prophetess. And the verses are Luke 2, verses 36 through 38. And it reads, "And there was a prophetess, Anna, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was advanced in years, having lived with her husband 7 years from when she was a virgin, and then as a widow until she was 84. She did not depart from the temple, worshiping with fasting and prayer night and day. And coming up at the very hour, she began to give thanks to God and to speak of him to all who were waiting for the redemption of Jerusalem." And so this is where you will find Anna in the Bible. It's in the New Testament. So let me close this up. I'd like to show you if you haven't printed it out yet, this is the free printable from me, from His Palette, that you will be able to utilize for this session. And it basically has facts about Anna, some titles, and then different sized versions of what I imagine Anna would look like. And so this is what we'll be using for this session. So I am in my interleaved Bible, and so I will be basically art journaling on this side of the page. I might add a couple of elements over here, but my main focus is going to be on this page. And if you are not familiar with an interleaved Bible, an interleaved Bible has a blank page in between every Bible page. So first things first, I do want to add Anna's name to the center of my page, since she is my focus. And you can use, you can use just a glue stick. I just had this matte gel medium out, and so I figured I will use it here. I'm going to take just a card, any card. It can be an old gift card, an old credit card. And I'm just going to go over this to kind of flatten it out and get that title nice and attached to the center of the page. Okay. So there we have Anna's name. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun real quickly, and then I am going to add some color to our page. And as we go through this Bible journaling page, we will discuss the different facts or notes about Anna, and we are going to add those to the page as well So when we come back to Luke 2, 36 to 38, we can see the highlighted notes of the information about Anna. So I have a couple of colors in mind. I'm going to bring the image of Anna out. So even though she has a mustard outfit on, there is an undercoating that is like a light blue. And so I'm going to use both of those colors in my background. So I am thinking I'm going to start off with the mustard color. And I am just going to splatter some of that yellow mustard color on the page in the background. Try to load up my brush here. Now we are going to do something additional to the splatters because I don't want them to necessarily all look like splatters. So I'm basically just tapping it on my finger around the page. And so I think that will be good with the mustard color. Now I'm also gonna use this water spritz bottle just really lightly to kind of make my splatters move around a bit so they don't necessarily look like I just splattered color on the page. And this way it gives it a little bit of movement. And it spreads it more than just the splattered color would. Now the watercolors that I'm using are Prima Marketing watercolors, I believe. Let me make sure. Art Philosophy, I believe that's Prima Marketing. Yes, it is. And so for this mustard color, I'm using the coconut here. I might add some gold as well. Now, the reason I am drawing the page right after I do that yellow color and before I do the blue is because I don't want there to be a lot of mixing between those two colors. I want them to basically be separate and not blend into a green. I mean, if a little bit does, that's perfectly fine. But that is not my desire for this page. Okay, I think this should be good with that. And then again, I am still using the Prima Marketing watercolors, and I am using the color Periwinkle. I'm hoping that is going to be similar enough to the underneath of her robe that she's wearing. There's like a little blue peeking through, and so I'm hoping, let's see if I have enough on there. And you can do as much or as little as you want. If you like a lot of color, feel free to, you know, add tons. If you want more color than the splatters allow, then absolutely take your brush to the back of the page, the background of the page, and just brush some color on there. I do got some over here that I'm going to wipe off. And then I'm going to dry that blue. And if you don't have watercolor paint in your collection of supplies, really anything, any type of colored medium would work. You could use Neocolors, you can use ink. Really, at this point, you just use whatever you have in your arsenal. Okay, I think that's good for now. I am going to bring my brush down on the page a little bit. So this mustard color, it's a little too dark, if you will, for me. So I'm going to just kind of pat it and try to make it a little lighter. There we go. Like I said, I want the color in the background to kind of spread out just a little bit, just enough so it doesn't look like straight splatters on the background. Okay, I think that's good for now. Now I am going to get out a glue stick to attach some of the free printables that were provided. I cut out all the information that are in phrases. I cut out the size of Anna that I want, and the little title for notes. I'm also going to include that. So, I'm going to attach Anna just with a glue stick. Oops. And I am going to put Anna down here towards the bottom of the page, but over to the right a bit, because I'm going to add the notes up here, and so I kind of want to have it on diagonal sides. Okay. I also want to see, I think I'm going to use, well, let's see how this blue Faber-Castell, this is ice blue, so I'm going to highlight our verses, which is again 36 through 38. I don't know if this is going to be dark enough, but I don't really want it you know, vibrant over here. I just want to highlight it enough so when I come back to this page, I know what verses I was working on. I'll just go over it a couple of times just to make it a little more vibrant. Okay, there we go. And again, that is ice blue. Now I also had out green gold from the Faber-Castell pens, but I felt like I had a lot of that mustard colored, and so that is why I used the blue. So now at this point, we have all of these facts. I don't know that they're necessarily fun facts, but facts about Anna the prophetess. So I'm going to take this fine tip precision glue, because I think it will be less messy for me. And I'm going to start attaching these notes to my page. Trying to get it somewhat straight. They're all not going to be straight. If you've seen me in a video before, I like things wonky, but I did want that title straight. So let's see. Whoops. I kind of want to put these in order. So one fact about Anna is that, like a reflex, her praise just flowed out of her. She also worshiped God day and night through prayer and fasting. She was a widow, and she was married for 7 years. Also, Anna means grace or favor. She is also the only named female prophetess in the Bible. She was the daughter of Phanuel. She was a devout Asherite Hebrew. Put that down here. She was also well along in years. And there's no real right order to these. I'm just kind of moving them around for my own preference, but feel free to put them in any order that you prefer. She also was the first New Testament prophetess. Move this up. She was from the tribe of Asher. Okay, she was a prophetess. Oops. And she lived in the temple. So I think basically that's how my order is going to go for this page. And so now I'm just going to glue them on. And feel free to use a glue stick if you prefer. I'm not, because I get pretty messy when I'm using a glue stick, especially on small pieces like this. So that is why I am using this precision glue. But like I said, you know, feel free to use what you have. So I am intentionally putting these notes on there wonky. They're not precise. They're not aligned in any way. Well, except over here on the left, but I'm trying to make them look crooked and wonky, basically. Let's see. Here we have a devout Asherite Hebrew. And again, just put them in whatever order makes sense to you. You know, for me, I put that she was Phanuel's daughter, and she was from the tribe of Asher. I put that at the beginning of my list because those are things, those are information, those are notes that are referring to her early years. You know, who her father was is definitely the case, right when she's born. So I'm kind of doing it in that type of order. And if you have a smaller margin Bible, if you're not working in an interleaf Bible, you can always print the free printable. You can print it at a smaller percentage. So instead of printing it at 100%, maybe try 50%, and that way it'll be a lot smaller and will fit into a smaller margin. Let's see. Not sure how I want to do this exactly. But Lisa, we'll give it our best. Also, for instance, this fun fact is going to go in to my title of my page, and easy peasy. With this, all I need to do is, just trim it right there. And now let's see if this will fit. There we go. And we make it fit. Feel free to cut the printable up in whatever way you need to fit it on your pages. So we have here, she is the only named female prophetess in the Bible. And then since this is the second portion of this fact, I'm going to indent this one just a smidge so I can remember it kind of goes along with that. I hope you all are having a fabulous time during this conference. I absolutely adore Lonnie and Tracy for the time, energy, effort, cost that they put in to create this free conference every year. It really is. It's not only a joy for those that attend, but it is also a great joy for those of us that are presenting and are doing sessions. I look forward to this every year. I've only missed, I believe, 1 or 2 years, but that was due to not having the time due to family issues. But this year I really wanted to make sure that I had the time to participate. Okay, and this last one, which I love, says, like a reflex, praise just flowed out of her. Let's see. Okay, we've got it all wonky. I'm going to move some stuff over. Now, I also have these great, just different crosses. You may have some crosses in your supplies. These are actually from Open Journey. You are more than welcome to actually take like a Neocolor 2 or Neocolor 1, any type of crayon or marker, and make the crosses by hand instead of using stamps. I am using them just because I love these particular crosses. So these smaller ones, let's see, This is Summer Sky is the color. So I'm going to try to ink this up. Doesn't seem like it's attaching very well, but we'll see. Actually, I'm going to grab a hard surface. So when I stamp, I have something to really push down on. So let's see. Oh, it does show up. Good. I was worried it might be too light. And we have one over here. I'm going to flip this around, and I think, let's see, I'm going to do it right here. You know, it's not too loud or, you know, I didn't want to use black because I didn't want it to be kind of in your face. I really wanted it to be subtle. And that is why I've also chosen this gray. It's called Watering Can. I'm hoping that I can keep this to be a little subtle so it's not in your face like a black would be. Let's see. Nope, not bad at all. One over here. I like to do things in threes, which is why all of these are in threes. Okay, we have that. I think, trying to dust some of this stuff off, I think I want to do possibly some blue crosses over by the verses. Maybe kind of into the verse. Let's see if this will show up. Oh yeah, real lightly, but it's there. Now, there are some other elements or other mediums that I had brought out. I was thinking about possibly using, and that would be just some alpha stamps. And I have this, it's like a typewriter text background. And I was thinking about maybe having a little bit here underneath the Anna image, but I was worried that it might be a little too busy. So, but by all means, experiment with it, have fun with it, you know. I look at these as creative notes. It's creative note-taking. So we have an image of Anna, we have her verses highlighted, we have some color, and we have all these facts. Again, there's widow in there, so I don't want to say fun facts, but we have all these facts in there about Anna that we can now go back at another time and look at and remind ourselves who Anna was and what she was about. So thank you so much for joining me this session. I hope you all had a lovely time. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and please, after the conference, be sure to do some research on Anna. She was absolutely faithful, and definitely a woman to emulate. So God bless you all, and remember, God adores you, and so do I. Bye-bye.